Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn December 9, 2022. Today can be temperamental, but also enlightening, with a full moon occurring in alignment with retrograde Mars. The Sun and Mars oppose one another, and a social or romantic issue may reach a turning point or come to light. A matter from your past can emerge and frustrate you, but can be highly revealing, and you might begin to figure out the root of recent aggravations. You might encounter a dilemma in which you need to decide if you should go it alone or work with others to achieve your goals. The spotlight is on friends, romance, and personal goals. Because the potential for misunderstandings is strong, it's best to take your time drawing conclusions. Get ready to shout to the heavens. A gorgeous full moon in your solar fifth house of true love, romance, and pleasure arrives today, echoing for the rest of the week. You are being encouraged to indulge in all matters of the heart. This lunation may even elicit an important turning point. Singles may meet a suitor who lights them on fire and is a major possibility of true love. This individual could even be a soulmate. Couples can use this lunation to reignite the spark in their relationship and have a bit more fun. If you and your partner have children, this lunation may also put them on the top of your attention or bring news of a pregnancy. Reflect on how much your creative projects and self-expression have grown through your line of work. Your passion projects, ideas, and means for self-expression have unfolded in interesting ways over the past 6 months. You may have ebbed and flowed with some projects, going wherever your curiosity takes you. There might have been a more flexible period of experimentation as well. Now that the full moon in Gemini is here to call this cycle to a close, try to wrap up any unfinished business and feel a little more confident in your self-expression. Are you in need of money to invest in new projects? Then go ahead with your plans, because circumstances are favorable. Friends who give you advice are being honest with you for the most part. If you want to purchase something, you can do it now. You will make the right choice and won't be misled by sales staff. For every pharmaceutical treatment, there is a holistic way to take care of yourself. Pay attention to where you get your knowledge regarding wellness. Do you rely on what your parents taught you? How is their health? Do you believe what's written on all the packaging you buy? Do you have a friend or two who seem tuned in to holistic healthcare practices? Open yourself to receiving knowledge from new sources and notice the healthy difference it can make in your life. The healing and quiet energy of this day may be here just in time for you. If you've been feeling run down, emotionally overwhelmed, or sick lately, take a lesson from your body. It's time to slow down and to get some rest. You cannot conquer nations and beat world hunger all in one day, and if you burn out, your goals may never be realized. A single day off can make you far more productive than you know. Take care of yourself. Right in the heart of the working week, there is not only a full moon in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart today, but this is one of the most powerful full moons of 2022. With Mars right in the thick of this, and as this fires up his romantic passions and fighting spirit, there will be no room for excuses. While this is an exciting full moon, the one problem you might face is that this will be encouraging you to become a free spirit, at a time of year when it is more about being a team player. While today's romantically charged full moon will fall at around this time each year, it has been 3 decades since Mars was here at the time, using this as fuel for his romantic passions and fighting spirit. However, Mars isn't just here but is aligned with the moon as today's full moon in your romantic sector peaks, with staying in a romantic rut or hiding behind old excuses no longer an option. Our eyes in the sky. The full moon in Gemini is helping us find solutions to our problems right now, but we could have issues figuring out how to make things click. Good ideas could clash with confusion, creating frustration and irritation. Try not to be overly critical of others or yourself right now, and try to avoid giving any unsolicited advice. In the afternoon, your inner perfectionist could come out, and not in the best way. Remember to take things slowly and focus on your breath if you begin to feel overwhelmed by details. There is a need to be aware that today's full moon in your financial sector could come with some financial tension, and some of your emotional responses might be out of proportion. Behind the emotional fog of war is a clash between the moon and Mercury in your financial sector and the sun in your income sector, and the chance this brings to energize both sides of the financial fence. There are many aspects that need to be faced in order to successfully navigate this evening's cosmic climate. Themes around your goals and fantasies, self-awareness, critical thinking, and organization all commingle. The moon is not only still in your financial sector after yesterday's full moon, but there could be just as much tension between both sides of the financial fence. While the moon is no longer clashed with the sun, before leaving it will clash with Venus in her last full day in your income sector. At the same time that Mars is using this to fuel your financial passions and fighting spirit, as the planet of money, Venus knows how to turn financial tension into motivation. When Mars retrograde opposes the Sun, the universe is asking you to meld your dreams with reality in a way that is well thought out and pragmatic. The energy here gives us a rare opportunity to see where change needs to be implemented, but you must overcome your ego in order to see the path ahead. Don't let stubborn ways of thinking or arrogance stop you from seeing your way. In the pre-dawn hours, Ceres in Virgo squares off with Venus in Sagittarius, creating tension between how we give and receive love. Our upbringing or early life conditioning may have taught us that the best way to nurture others is by cleaning up their messes. Our parents might have sought to organize our lives as a mode of care. Equally, they may have been disposed to fault-finding, subtly critiquing our choices and suggesting how to better ourselves. Yet, the love we want to receive is quite different. We want our loved ones to trust us, granting us freedom of movement and allowing us space to make mistakes and learn from them. Today's Ceres-Venus square can cause us to police our partners with good intentions. Having grown accustomed to subtle criticism, it feels safe to us. However, to tackle this dynamic, we must release the compulsion to offer unsolicited advice. We must let our partners be the messy, unpredictable people we fell for in the first place. We are not our partner's parents, and we shouldn't try to be. Professionally, you've everything going for you. If you encounter something unexpected, refrain from making any hasty decisions. Actually, what is needed is calmness and patience. Separate the important from the unimportant. Bring about an adequate solution. Maybe consider a more unconventional approach. Around dawn, the Sagittarius Sun squares off with Juno in Pisces, further exacerbating relational tensions. Our very sense of self seems to be at odds with who we present ourselves to be in committed partnerships. Indeed, we might have agreed to be in a relationship when we were an entirely different person, and we have grown in a direction that is contrary to the vows we made to another. We now have a choice to make. Do we stick it out, clearly address the disconnect, and commit to changing our contract to suit both our own and our partner's needs? Or do we decide to explore our own path? This is not necessarily an aspect of breakups, but it portends a reckoning that necessitates changes within a static partnership dynamic.